Hello, everybody. Welcome. You know what? I just realized you trimmed the beard. You trimmed the beard.
A little while ago.
Was it a little while ago?
Well, like 2 weeks ago.
I don't know if it was since I've seen you, but it looks good. Anyways.
Okay, bring it back eventually.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Mana Cave now that I'm done with commenting on Travis's beard. We're taking a step. Oh, by the way, my name is Ed, for those of you who don't know. This intro.
Wow.
Oh, delightful.
Nailing it.
Delightful. Anyways, my name is Ed.
My name's Travis.
And we are taking a step back from the Planeswalker deck showdowns just for a little bit, and we have a special matchup here. Now, we're not going to be doing, most likely, I should say at this point, not going to be doing all of the Guilds of Ravnica Guildgate decks that they come out with. But we did each buy one of them.
Yes.
Which one did you get?
I went with Golgari, because it was cheaper than Slesna. I've been on a Golgari kick. Golgari kick. But I was tempted also by the Boros one. Like, it was actually very close, but I did go with Golgari. You went with?
I went with Izzet. Because it was...
Don't make any jokes.
I know, it's so difficult.
Izzet deserves your respect.
I am going to not make a single Izzet joke during this entire thing.
How'd that go?
It's a work in progress. Editing can do some amazing things with taking out bad jokes.
Beeps.
Of
jokes.
People just think I'm cursing. No, I'm just making a bad Izzet joke. But yeah, and one of the reasons why I did this is because the Dimir deck cost way more.
Does it really?
Yeah. From where I got it from. Now, these were both around 20-ish Canadian, just over 20 Canadian, around 21, 22.
I think that's a very fair price for everything you get with this deck.
But unfortunately, like with a lot of decks that aren't like the Planeswalker decks, where they really baseline it as far as the card, I don't want to say quality necessarily, but the
power level.
Yeah, power level. You know, the money value of the cards is that those decks always come out for their suggested retail price. Whereas decks like this, or the Commander decks, or the Challenger decks, anything that's sort of like has maybe a couple extra rare cards in it, or
if there's a money card,
those ones all of a sudden, you'll end up paying like $10 more for a deck.
Is essentially the cost of the card sometimes.
Yeah, like, exactly. So
frustrating.
So, we just decided to, because I debated whether or not to get because you get them as like a box set essentially from if you order them from a store, not a box set, but you get the set of 5. And I was debating it because it's something where I know it would make some great videos and stuff, but I wasn't as interested in these decks as I was in like the Challenger decks, and I was really hoping a Challenger deck would come out. So
I was super interested in these decks. Actually.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, because. Okay. For many reasons. One, that they contain cards I've never played before and mechanics I haven't played with before. And I always love the 2-color theme they go with. And it's not just 2 colors. It's 2 colors like in that theme. It's not just here's black removal and green ramp. It's here's the Golgari mechanics as well as the cool little Golgari symbols, the cool Golgari land, special basic lands.
I do like the basic lands in these ones,
not that I have anything to do with the sticker or the pin. I'm too old for that malarkey, but it's still cool, and the dice. And above all, I like how I felt the same way about the Goblin and Merfolk deck. They were both almost like seeds of a commander deck.
Yeah.
This is like 4 cards off of being a non-standard legal or brawl deck, which of course makes it not a brawl deck.
Yeah.
But you could go very quickly and make against your friends, just a 60-card commander deck, or even for like probably $5, put some cards there and make a legit commander deck.
And I like the fact that you look at a lot of decks through that filter, a lot of ready-made decks through that filter, where it's like, oh, what can I use this as a base sort of thing. So
because most of them are 1-ofs. I think I have other than lands, I think I have 2 2-ofs.
Yeah, these decks suffer from the same sort of watered down effect that they do with the Planeswalker decks, in that they don't try to go for consistency by giving you 4-ofs or 3-ofs in a deck.
You experience.
Yeah, they want you to experience a wide range. But unlike with Rawl's deck, which is a Planeswalker deck that I was quite critical of, which is also Izzet, and follows a similar sort of mechanics as this one, in the sense that this deck and Rawl's deck was supposed to be all about cards that either allow you to cast instants and sorceries easier or benefit from you casting them while they're on the board. This deck does it just from based on the deck list. This deck, I'm pretty sure, is going to do it better than the Rawl deck. Not just because there's non-standard legal cards. They could have done the same thing with standard legal cards. But because they chose cards with way more power or oomph when you do cast that sorcery instant, or sorceries instants that do have more oomph to them. Yeah. And one of the big things with this is that there are sorceries in here which cost little. So it wasn't like the 4 or 5 cost sorcery, which it's going to be the only thing you can do in your turn. With this deck, there are some that were in the Rawl deck as well too. Direct Current is one of them. But yeah, there are ones where it's like you can cast a sorcery on your turn and still have enough mana later in the game available to do something on your opponent's turn, which I think is useful.
Yeah,
so
playing blue and all.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I broke down and got this deck, because I wanted people to see a better version of essentially the Rawl deck.
And I will probably someday turn this into a Golgari commander deck.
Yeah, it's possible. Yeah. The other reason is there's 5 of them, which makes a sort of a tournament thing a little bit more difficult for us.
And there will be 10 eventually, but that's way, because the first 5 guilds now and then the other 5 guilds later.
But however, if these are really enjoyed by you guys out there, if it seems to be quite popular, I may go ahead and get the rest of the decks. I'm not promising that. I am 100% not promising that. Christmas is coming up. I've got to be buying for other people, and I don't know a lot of people that want the Guilds of Ravnica decks in their stockings. So, but that is a possibility. But for now, we're going to enjoy this one. So it's going to be Golgari versus Izzet, and it's almost sort of like a souped up rematch of the Rawl versus Vraska Planeswalker deck Showdown.
Fair shot, one might even say.
Anyways, enough of that yakking. We have.
Sorry, I knew I would go on about these decks.
Oh, no,
I'm kind of excited about them, and this one in particular. So
now you had a mulligan.
I did.
So you mulligan down to 6. I did not mulligan, so I'm starting at 7.
Should I just...
why don't you wait until... We're going to roll now to see who goes first. Okay. So, blue and red dice. Do you want a black and green?
You know I do.
There you go, sir.
Because I'm a nerd like that.
7.
That's a good one.
Not as good as 8, though. Okay, so when you show your hand, show your opening hand, and then just show the folks what you... Just go through the mulligan process with the folks at home. Okay. So... Yeah, sound good.
Mulligan whole process. Huh?
Yeah, why not?
My first 7 cards were actually better than these because I didn't have the proper land mix. So I do get the scry, and I'm obviously you can see what I'm hoping to scry. So let's just see what that's going to the bottom. And thank you for participating in the scry challenge. Scry hard and scry
taste test.
Yeah.
So, what we should have done is we should just ended the video there and say, you guys vote at home as to whether or not you should keep that every single
wait.
Okay, so this is my opening hand, and you'll notice why I seriously considered, if I can get them all in my grip here, why I seriously considered mulliganing. But I didn't in the end, because I think I can make this work. I think you're gonna heart of the cards this.
You're gonna.
We're gonna give it a shot, folks. We're gonna give it a shot. Okay, Travis, you rolled and you get to go first, so play away, my friend.
I will play a swamp with the cool art, and I'll pass to you.
They look so nice. Why can't the regular basic lands have that sort of look to them? Okay, I am going to play an island and pass turn to you.
Your island looks very nice.
We're off to a good start.
I'm going to play a swamp. Pass back to you.
Okay.
I'm going to place, not throw my cards, place them down.
I am not looking at a split card sideways. I'm going to play mountain, and then...
So, two different colors?
Yes. Yeah. I'm going to turn these suckers sideways, and I'm going to cast the Nivix, I'm not sure which, Guild Mage. He is a 2/2 human wizard. His abilities are pay 1, a blue and a red, draw a card, then discard a card. It's not a tap ability. This is also not a tap ability. Pay 2, a blue and a red, copy target instant or sorcery spell you control. You may choose new targets for the copy. So it comes in as a bear, but it's got some upsides. And I think the filter drawing might be really useful. Pass turn to you. Yeah, you got there.
I got there.
You got there.
But I think I need to reread this one card.
Yeah, this is a lot of the times we'll have tested out some of the decks before we, start off in the Mana Cave. We have not tested these out at all. We've looked at the deck lists, obviously, but we haven't really tested out the decks yet. So there may be small pauses, but they'll be edited out. So I don't even know why I'm explaining that to you guys.
Okay, so I'm going to do something risky.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm pretty sure I saw this done somewhere else. So we're going to tap 3 for the Channel Troll. Ooh. It is a 4/4 with trample. Now, at the beginning of my upkeep, exile a creature card from my graveyard, and if I do, I put a +1 counter on Channel Troll. Otherwise, sacrifice Channel Troll. Now, here's the thing. Okay? Beginning of my upkeep. So, untap, upkeep. So, when I untap, before I go to upkeep, They did this on loading ready run in the draft. You can activate that before you go to your upkeep at instant speed.
Okay.
Discard a creature card.
Okay.
And then you can stack.
Oh, okay. I see what you mean. I was thinking that you're going to cast a creature and somehow put it in the bin, and I'm like, that's not going to happen because you're not going to hit your main phase. But the secondary ability of it allows you to do that. Yeah.
Yeah. Before the first upkeep.
I wasn't sure where you were going.
No.
So it has a secondary ability of black and green, and then you discard
a creature card, put a +1 counter. So then you'd go to the next part, which is exile that creature card, put a +1 counter.
Son of a gun! So you're starting off with a 6/6?
Oh, 4/4.
4/4, but by the time I get a chance to attack you, which if I may not choose.
Yeah.
And I did tap out for that. Yeah, it's risky, and it could go very poorly for me, but I passed you, sir.
My turn? Okay. Well, the worst thing happens is it goes to the bin.
I paid mana and played a spell, which I didn't think I was going to do anytime soon. I hit that forced.
Oh, now I have choices. I have choices because I'm going to play a mountain. Now I know I got a 4/4 coming my way. Okay, so let's do this. I'm gonna tap for all 3, and I'm gonna bring out Gutter Snipe. It is a 2/2 Goblin Shaman, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, being you. I am not going to swing into a 4/4 because that's just crazy talk, and I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay, so we're going to do this very sequentially.
Yes.
So turn starts, untap.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm going to just before going.
You're going to hold priority before upkeep. Yeah.
I'm going to tap a green and a black.
Okay.
To discard a creature card.
Okay.
I was trying to read when you interrupted me.
It's all right.
It's okay. I'm going to
part of my plan.
Discard a card I don't want to discard.
Then don't do it. Then just don't do it.
I'll discard this creature card. It's the Hatchery Spider. It's a good creature card. It's a 5/7 for 7 mana, but I'm not going to be at 7 mana anytime soon. So I'm going to discard that.
Okay.
And I got to put a +1 counter on Buddy.
Yes, indeed.
So now I go to upkeep.
Yes.
Untap upkeep. Being upkeep, exile a creature card from graveyard. This is now exiled with a graveyard, and I put a +1 counter on him. So he's now a 6/6. Now I go to my draw stage.
Okay.
Okay. And then I play another swamp. Because I got swamps. Okay. I'm just going to go to combat.
Okay.
Swing with my 6/6 with trample.
Okay, now this is gonna sound really horrible because I was reading a card while you were doing that.
Okay.
It's put a +1/+1 counter on it.
So I don't have to do the last ability. I don't have to, but I have to be able to exile a card.
Oh, so when you discard a creature, you put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then when the second ability happens, then it gets another +1/+1. Okay, so that's why I was like, I'm sorry, because I was desperately trying to read this card and get back to you mentally, and then I'm like, wait, why do you have 2 counters? Why do you have 2 counters? Okay, so there we go. So it's a 6/6.
A second downside to that is his must ability is the exile. So obviously, Golgari, you want that graveyard full of some good stuff. So you keep exiling it. You're shooting yourself in the foot a bit.
Okay, now that I'm back.
Yeah.
I will.
Well, that's why I kind of like this deck, because this one actually is from Ravnica, the new one, but there's other things in here that are going to be kind of new.
Yeah.
And the only reason I knew about that upkeep thing was because Graham did it on the loading ready run pre-release.
Oh, okay.
And the Surge was there and he was doing it step by step. And
quit helping him, guys. I mean, I enjoy watching your videos as well too, but not if it's going to give him some sort of advantage in the game. So I'm going to take 6, and I'm going to use the Izzet spin down. Normally we have our own little life counter things. I'm going to use the Izzet spin down counter. So that's going to put me down to 14.
So pretty.
I haven't used one of these in a long time for keeping track of my life. Okay, so I'm at 14.
And I pass back to you.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm kind of regretting what I did last turn, but it is what it is. Let's do this instead this turn. I'm going to go ahead and tap a red and a blue, and I'm going to bring out the Goblin Electromancer. Now, it's a 2/2 Goblin Wizard. Instant and sorcery spells you cast cost 1 less to cast. Now, it's entirely possible that suddenly becomes an 8/8 next turn, right?
It's possible.
It's either going to become... Okay, so it's either going to become an 8/8, or it's going to leave the battlefield.
And go to my graveyard.
If it becomes an 8/8, me blocking with anything is not really going to matter that much because I got trample anyways. Because it's got trample anyways. So I'm just going to move to combat.
Yep.
I'm just going to swing in with these 2.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Taking 4 here, boss.
Taking 4. So at least it's not going to be one of these games where I lose and you're still at 20. So I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay, so once again, untap. Before going to blah, 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 tapping 2 to discard a creature card.
Okay.
This time I'm discarding the Rhizome Lurcher. Another one I don't really want to be getting rid of. To put a +1 counter on it, so it does go up to 3.
Okay.
Then the actual upkeep trigger happens, so I have to once again exile.
Yeah.
It goes up to 4. So yes, it's currently an 8.
Quite the start.
Yeah, I've never ever played this before, this creature, but it seems to be, I mean, until you bounce it to my hand or something and I have nothing to do. So now I go to draw.
Yes.
Well, that's okay. That's okay. We're okay. I'll play another swamp.
Okay.
Go to combat.
Go to combat.
Swinging with the 8/8.
I will take 8 and put me down to 6. This is a rough start for me in this game.
Okay. I'm just going to pass 2.
Okay.
Oh boy.
See, the thing is, it's hard because I don't know whether or not you have another creature. And once again, if you don't have a creature, then that's going to die.
Sometimes I don't know if I have another creature until I draw that one that turn.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tap everything, and I'm going to cast a split card, which I was trying to read and figure out in my head. Now, I'm going to cast Turn and Burn. Turn costs 2 and 1 blue, but it's only going to cost me 1 and 1 blue because I've got the Electromancer here. And it's until the end of turn, target creature loses all abilities and becomes a red weird with the base power and toughness of 0/1. Burn, which costs 1 and 1 red, but it's only going to cost me 1 because Electromancer. Burn deals 2 damage to any target.
So which one are you choosing?
No, because it's casting both of them. This is the rule. You may cast one or both halves of this card from your hand.
Oh, it's one of the old ones.
Yes, it's one of the old ones.
Okay.
So it's different. It's not the new version of it where it's you have to choose one or the other. This is one of the older style ones. So Turn and Burn. So I am going to obviously target him with the first one.
Okay.
And I'm going to target it with Burn as well too. So it's going to go down to shoot.
So it becomes 0/1 with 4 counters.
Oh, that's right too. That's right too.
And then, because as far as I understand, you're attacking the creature, which loses all his abilities.
Yeah.
But the counters still affect after the.
Okay, so you know what? Let me just do reverse on that for a second. Darn it! I forgot about that because the counters are still going to stay on it.
Yeah. As far as I understand.
No, you're right. You're 100% right. You are 100% right, sir. So then it would be a 4 or 5 still if I were to do that.
Yeah.
Well, I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to tap for 2, 1 and 1 blue, or red and blue, and I'm going to cast Electrostatic Field. So it's a 0/4 defender, and whenever you cast instant or sorcery spell, Electrostatic Field deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then I'm going to pass turn to you.
Okay, so once again, exact same sequencing.
Yeah.
Untapping, spending 2 to discard Elves of the Deep Shadow. Just a 1-drop quasi-mana dork.
Okay, while it's on the stack, I'm going to pass priority to you.
So that causes the counter to go up to 5.
Okay.
Then his ability triggers, so I have to sacrifice that. Causes the counters to go up to 6.
Okay.
So for the rest of my turn, draw a card.
So it's now 10/10.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, go to combat.
Go to combat. Swinging with a 10/10 with trample, correct?
Swinging with 10/10 with trample.
Okay, so let's do this. I am going to block with the Nivix Guildmage and the Electrostatic Field. Pre-damage, I'm going to tap for 1, and I'm simply going to use the Burn ability. Burn deals 2 damage to any target. I'm going to deal it to you.
To me.
To you. So you're taking 2. Gutter Snipe triggers, so you'll take an additional 2.
Drop from 16 to 14 to 12.
Okay, and then Electrostatic Field triggers, and you take 1.
Drop to 11.
Okay. Damage?
Damage.
Okay, so I take 4. These both die. That lives.
Yeah.
I'm down to 2. So if you get something that can burn me out for 2,
I don't.
it's some life loss.
I will, however, play a Golgari Guildgate,
Okay.
which enters tapped. And that is all.
Yikes. Well, this is looking interesting, folks. You're at 11, right?
I'm 11.
And I'm at 2. Really not what I wanted. Is it Guildgate? Enters the battlefield tapped. I can tap it for either blue or red. How many cards do you have in it?
I have 1 card.
1. Don't be a creature. Don't be a creature. That's all I'm going to say is just don't be a creature. Don't be a creature. Yeah, so then I'm going to tap for 3 and bring out We Dragonauts. We Dragonauts. It's a 1/3 flyer, and when you cast an instant or sorcery spell, We Dragonauts gets +2/+0 until the end of turn. Okay, well, right now I've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 toughness. If you have a creature in hand, that's going up to a 12, so it's not going to matter. So I'm going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing into the 2/2s.
Okay, so I'm taking 4.
Taking 4.
Down to 7.
Okay, so now basically I'm going to pass turn to you, and if you have a creature in hand, you win the game.
I don't have a creature. So, untap. Go to upkeep. I do not, so I must sacrifice him. But he does go to my graveyard.
Yeah.
Not insignificant. Okay. And then I go to straight up draw.
Yeah.
And yeah, sure enough. Now I'm getting to I have 3 different sources of green, So, but what we're going to do is for a green and a black, we're going to cast Grizzly Salvage. Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. I may put a card, creature card, or land card from among them into my hand, put the rest in the bottom, into my graveyard.
Okay.
So 5 cards. Plague Crafter, nice but not great. Oh, that's a sorcery. 2, that's a land. 3. Ooh, there's my board wipe. 4 and 5. So I got Plague Crafter and I got the Elf Shaman. Neither's going to help me win the game, I don't think. Let me just go over.
You do have the mana up to cast either of them, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Plague Crafters.
Well, I have to sacrifice him second he comes in play.
Oh, yeah.
You get to sacrifice 1, but you still can
I can
attack.
choose which one as well, too, right? I get to sacrifice, so.
Yeah. So, target creature +1/+1 and gains Intimidate on the turn. Can I live through that? That's what I gotta go with. I gotta go with that. I'm going to read its second ability. Sacrifice non-creature token, you get X1, 1 Saproling.
And what is Intimidate again?
Intimidate is, I will read that because I'll double check it myself, actually. It can't be blocked except by artifact creatures and or creatures that share a color with it.
Okay.
So these are all going to go to the bin. I now have 2 creature cards in my bin. Just as an FYI. I will tap 1 and 1 green to play go to my hand. Tap 1 and a green and black to play the Corozda? I don't know. I'm going to call him Golgari Guildmage, even though there is a Golgari Guildmage, and he or she is not it. She or he is an Elf Shaman 2/2. And again, really quickly, for 1 of anything, black and green, target, I can spend that. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains Intimidate to end a turn. Or for 2 of anything and a black and green, sacrifice a non-token creature, create X1/1 green sapling creature tokens. Where X is the sacrifice creature toughness.
Oh my goodness. There's a lot of text on that card.
There's a lot of text on that card.
Okay.
To you, sir.
To me. Alrighty. I should untap my creatures as well, too.
I missed my troll already.
Okay. I'm going to spend 2 red, and then with the discount of the Goblin Electromancer, I am going to cast Direct Current. Direct Current deals 2 damage to any target and deal it to you.
I drop down to 5.
Gutter Snipe triggers, you take 2.
Drop down to 4. Dang it.
We Dragonauts triggers, it becomes a 3/3 flyer. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
I'm going to swing in with everything.
I mean, I can pump him once and block, but I'm still taking 5.
Minimum 5.
Minimum 5, yeah. So,
Now,
1 more round, I could have intimidated my way into a victory.
one thing I got to address, because it's probably going to be mentioned in the comment section. Had I gone ahead with Turn and Burn, had Travis not been kind enough to show me the error of my ways, it most likely would have meant that I would have lost the game. And I fully realize that. So we do play somewhat casual rules. So we do walk back certain things. So I want you guys to know that, yes, I won the first game of this match, but it had a lot to do with the kindness of well, you're not a stranger.
I was walking a very fine line though. When you're not only pitching some decent creatures, but you're also exiling them too. You're walking a very fine line.
You know, I'm coming off. I'm not gonna say I'm gonna win this match just because I won the first game. I'm coming off a few losses in a row now, and one of them came down to like the flip of the next card sort of thing. And so I was like 100% expecting you to have a creature in hand.
No, I'm proud of you though. You even when you looked like you could have been a little more defensive, you were being aggressive, and look how much it paid off.
I have to
not to be that dick, but
I've actually been playing an Izzet deck on Magic Arena as well too, and it's part of the reason why I'm doing it is because I'll watch back the games in editing, and I'm so defensive because I'm a control player at heart.
Yeah.
But you can't do that with certain types. You have to go like with that deck. You had to go hard. What's the saying? Hard to the paint or something like that. You got to go balls to the walls.
There you go.
There we go.
To the paint.
Paint with something like that in order to make it work, and it almost did. So this is one of the things I'm trying to get an actual Izzet mentality, and this is really a deck where you're supposed to be super aggressive most of the time. Anyways. Enough talking. We're going to shuffle up, as you can see us doing right now. We're going to get to the second game of this match right now. And we're back in the second game of this best 2 out of 3 match. Travis, did you mulligan?
I did not.
I did. I mulligan down to 5. So, I mean, I get to scry, which is great, but I'm starting off with 5. Now, you are going to have to go first, so I'm going to let you show your hands first, and then I'm going to show everyone the mulligan that I do as well, too, as my hand.
Okay. So there is my 7 cards. The top 4, you can see that's basically why I didn't mulligan, because I got stuff to do. And overall, I think if this even plays out for a few turns, I'm going to get to do a lot more Golgari kind of things with this. I was able to do Golgari with the last one in a weird way, because it's always sacrificing creatures kind of thing. Well, sacrificing from my graveyard, but still. Hopefully this one's a little even more Golgari-ish.
Okay. Well, this is definitely sort of an Izzet hand, but yeah. As you can see, not the best one could hope for. But now we get to scry. So let's see here.
Oh, right. Doing your scry thing.
That is what I scried, and that is going to the bottom of the deck. Travis? You may proceed, sir.
I may proceed. I will begin with a swamp and no opening play.
No.
So my sleeves are, I realized, very, very beat up. Like, these probably couldn't be played in a tournament because they're marked, essentially.
Those are some of the first sleeves you got, right?
Yeah, but I like them.
Yeah.
But I haven't used them for a while because I don't have hundreds, so they're not being used in the commander deck, so they're not being used. And I pull them out, I'm like, damn, these things are beat up, yo.
But I know you only pull them out when you play a deck that you're excited about.
I was excited about this deck.
I know, that's what I mean. It's like, yeah, because I hate resleeving.
Oh.
I hate resleeving. So I played a mountain, by the way.
Yeah.
And I passed the turn to you. So I give you props, sir, for doing that.
Okay. I'm gonna waste some stuff here.
Waste it.
Waste it. I am going to tap that to float 1, just to be stupid. I'm going to play Golgari Rot Farm. Golgari Rot Farm enters the battlefield tapped. When it enters the battlefield, you have to return a land to its owner's hand. I just thought I'd tap it to be.
I remember when I first discovered those lands. I loved them. I still do in like Commander, for example. But I used to play them in Pauper, and I found that a lot of the time in Pauper they would set me back tempo. So
yeah, that's what I'm hoping this doesn't kill me.
Now,
in the tempo.
What's your hand size now? 7, right?
Yeah, because I was on the draw.
Yeah, because you were on the draw. That's right. I say that because
7.
There was one time where I did that exact same play, but because I wasn't on the draw, I had 7 cards, and someone said I was cheating. So you're not cheating. You got 7 cards.
Yeah, I'm cool.
Yeah. Okay, so my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to tap 2, and I'm going to cast... Is it Signet? Say it like a question. Don't do those jokes, Ed.
No, we're going for one episode clear of that joke.
It's an artifact. Pay 1, tap it, and I can add blue and red to my mana pool. Not dissimilar to your land, only I have to pay 1 to activate this. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Tap. Looking for some fun answers here. What am I going to get? Huh. Okay. So I'm going to play that swamp we saw a few minutes ago. And what I'm going to do, I think, is tap that to add green-black.
Okay.
To play the Golgari Signet.
Oh. Well, hello there, Signet.
And, to get my... Well, doesn't really matter. Tap that, add green-black to, yeah, I guess... Nope. Oh, that is not that card.
I don't know what it is, but I've done that exact same thing.
Oh, okay. So I'm just going to add green and cast the Elves of the Deep Shadow. He's a 1/1 that I can tap for black, and it deals 1 damage to me.
Okay.
Which not great against the burn deck,
no,
but it's still a 1/1 elf, and that's that.
Okay,
I'm going to reread this card now.
So it's my turn?
Yes.
Okay. Draw.
At least now I have access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana next turn.
Oh, this is rough. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. Untapping.
Mm-hmm.
Drawn. I've been doing a lot of wasting lately. But I have no choice but to waste. Green, black, and then green, black. So I have 1 black, 1 black, 1 green, my mana pool.
So 2 of each?
2 of each. I'm going to cast Golgari Find Broker. He's a 3/4. When he enters the battlefield, return target permanent from the graveyard to my hand.
Oh, okay.
So I don't have anything in there.
No.
It is permanent, so I wouldn't even cast it. It's like a sneaky sorcery. But, sure, let's go to combat. I'm going to swing in for 1.
I'm going to... I'll take the 1.
Okay.
Oh, I'm still set at 2. I'm actually back up at 20.
Here's some halfway
so
there.
down 19. There we go.
I pass to you then.
On your end step, I can do nothing. I'm just going to go to my turn.
Okay.
I had a decision to make there, but I don't know if I made the right decision or not. I'm going to play an island. I'm going to pass turn to you. Oh, I'm not happy about this, Travis. I'm not happy about this at all.
No?
No.
I never know what to do with my artifact lands sometimes, you know? Like,
yeah,
I don't like them up there.
Do you keep it up here? Do you keep it down with the lands?
I'm going to go to combat.
Okay.
Okay. I'm going to swing with both.
Okay, so I'm taking 4.
Taking 4.
I'm down to 15.
Play Golgari Rot Farm. When it enters the battlefield, I have to return an untapped land. My only one that isn't another Golgari Rot Farm, which would put me in a pretty bad loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I only have 6 cards. I am just going to pass the turn to you.
Okay, I'm going to essentially waste... Well, it's not really wasting a card because it is going to do... It's going to do 2 things.
I've been wasting all of it.
I'm going to tap for 3, including a red and a blue. I'm going to cast Electrolyze. It's an instant. Electrolyze deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 targets. I'm just going to put both on that. But the other ability is draw a card, which is what I want to do right now. So, draw a card. And then it's my turn.
I never even tapped him for 1 mana.
So untap, and then... Well, it saved you life, right?
Mm-hmm. I think he did 2 damage too over time, so...
Okay.
You did some work, son. Proud of your boy.
Alrighty, I'm going to tap these together for a blue and a red, another blue and a red, so 2 of each. I'm going to bring out Tibur and Lumia. It is a 3/3 human wizard legendary creature. Whenever you cast a blue spell, target creature gains flying until the end of turn. Whenever you cast a red spell, Tibur deals, the 2 of them deal 1 damage to each creature without flying.
Decent, brah.
Yeah, it's not the worst. Not the worst. I'm going to pass the turn to you now.
Okay. Draw. Yeebish. So in order to do stuff, I'm going to play that swamp now.
Okay.
that I played before. We've all seen that swamp.
We've all seen it.
I got a bunch of cards here that are going to tell me to do stuff. We'll start by going to combat, though.
Sure.
Swing for 3.
Yeah, I'll just take it. I'm down to 12.
Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taking a turn off here, boss. I'm going to count an enchantment for 6 mana, 1 being black, 1 being green. When Death Bridge Chant enters the battlefield, put the top 10 cards of your library into your graveyard. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a card at random in your graveyard. If it's a creature card, put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, put it into your hand.
Holy mother.
It's good, Golgari. But it does nothing for me this turn other than fill my graveyard, which does something. So 10 cards. Enter the battlefield, put top 10 cards. So there's a sorcery. There's that Rhizome Lurcher. Okay, I should keep track of this.
Is it creature cards or just any card?
At the beginning of upkeep, choose a card from a graveyard at random.
Oh, okay.
If it's a creature, put it on the battlefield. Otherwise, put it in your hand.
Oh, okay.
So it still is kind of card draw.
Okay.
4, 5, 6.
The Death Rate Shaman?
Yeah. 7, 8, 9. Oops, and 10. Unfortunately, there was a lot of land went in there.
Yeah.
And there's a really good creature that went in there, unfortunately.
But look at this filtering as well, too, right? Because the last thing you need right now is more land, I think.
Yeah, but it's also kind of card draw. So that just goes into my graveyard.
Okay,
that
so
took all my mana.
Death Rate Shaman, and what were the other two? There was 2 other...
there was Savannah, Queen of the Golgari.
Okay.
Vigor Mortis was a sorcery. Death Rate Shaman was a creature. Rhizome Lurcher. So that's it for creatures.
Okay.
But there's land and
so basically, we'll be shuffling up your graveyard, and you'll be drawing one of them and hoping for the best. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
But I took a whole turn off for doing that.
It could pay off. It could pay off huge for you.
It could. Yeah.
My turn.
Past you while I read some of the other cards I have.
Okay. I'm going to tap in total for 4, so everything activate the signet, and I'm going to bring out the Erratic Cyclops. It's a 0/8 trample, and whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, it gets +X/+0 until the end of turn, where X is that spell's converted mana cost. I'm gonna move to combat, which I should have actually done before I did all this anyways, but you're tapped out, so
yeah.
I'm gonna swing in with a 3/3.
No blocks, drop to 17.
Oh, and this is a red spell.
So what does it do?
It's going to deal. So whenever you cast a red spell, deals 1. I was thinking red instant or sorcery, but this is a red spell. Whenever you cast a red spell, it deals 1 damage to each creature without flying. So that doesn't really do much, but it does damage to itself as well too because it's not flying. Okay. Now I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay. So once again, let's go through the sequences here. So untap. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose a card at random from your graveyard. So I'm going to... I'll let you shuffle this out too if you want. And then we'll dramatically reveal.
You can do the top card, or you're just going to grab a card from anywhere?
I'm going top card. Meh.
Oh, well, you got it back, right?
It's a 1/1. So it goes on the battlefield.
Okay, so that is the Elves of the Deep Shadow? Okay.
Yeah. So untap, upkeep, and now I still draw for the turn.
Yeah.
I should not confuse my...
But, I mean, what were the odds of you actually getting one of those creatures? It's pretty low, right? It's like...
Yeah, it's
10, 12%? 13, 15%?
Okay, well, first off, I think what I'm going to do is play my Golgari Guildgate. Just enters tapped. I don't got to return nothing.
Okay.
I'm going to tap 2 to cast Drowned in Filth. Choose her creature. Put the top 4 cards of your library into your graveyard. That creature gets -1/-1 until end turn for each land card in your graveyard. So I'm going to choose that dude.
Okay.
Reveal put the top 4 cards of your library. So there's another creature, 2, another creature, 3, and 4.
But you already have a ton of land in there, don't you?
Well, I'm going to need at least 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It gets -5/-5.
Wow, okay. So it is gone.
That goes in my graveyard as well.
It's gone, baby, gone.
Okay, that was 2 mana. So how much do I have left here? I have 4 mana.
Now that's a card that you essentially, I mean, like it has the ability to pitch land on its own, but when cast in the wake of your enchantment, that's so much more powerful.
1, 2, and 3. To cast our friend, the Channel Troll. Now, I have a lot of creature cards in my graveyard. But, yeah. So, that's a 0/8. No point at this point attacking to that.
Yeah. Wow, you got a lot of creatures in your graveyard.
So, I will pass to you.
Okay. I'm going to spend an island to tap for 2 here. I'm going to spend another island. So I've got 2 blue, 1 red. I'm going to cast Quasi-Duplicate. Create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. Jumpstart. You may cast this card from your graveyard by discarding a card in addition to playing this, then exile this card. So I'm going to cast it on the Erratic Cyclops to make it a copy of Erratic Cyclops. Okay, I actually have a extra copy of Erratic Cyclops in a different sleeve, so this is going to be the token that's going to be created of Erratic Cyclops. So now Erratic Cyclops is a 3... This one's a 3/8. This one is coming to the battlefield, and it doesn't trigger during the casting of it, so this still stays a 0/8. I'm then going to move to combat.
Okay.
I'm going to swing in with the 3/8.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to tap 1 red and cast Electrickery. Electrickery deals 1 damage to creature you don't control. I'm going to deal it to that guy.
This guy?
Yeah.
Sure. Sounds great.
Okay. So this triggers again, so now it is a 4/8.
Yep.
Okay.
Awesome.
Why are you so damn happy? Stop being happy. You just lost 2 creatures. Stop being so happy.
Did I lose them? I know exactly where they are.
Okay.
Did I really lose them now?
Okay. Now I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
Okay.
All right.
Untap. Upkeep. This will get a little annoying having obviously. I'll shuffle this in. Maybe I'll even turn my gate upside down. Okay, I'll give that to you to shuffle.
Let's cut it.
Just cut it. All right.
Which didn't work for me last time. Don't be the elf again, or don't be any other bigger creature.
Bigger creature.
Oh!
When he enters the battlefield, he enters the number of +1 counters on it equal to the number of creature cards in graveyard.
Come on!
I missed this trigger. Can I just... Well, technically it's still the upkeep.
Yeah.
So I will exile...
What? You don't need to do that on your upkeep, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, no, this is still the upkeep. Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
This is still the upkeep.
So-
I thought you were talking about the discard trigger. That was important last game, but not this game.
So I will exile the 1 to put a +1 counter on him so he doesn't die.
Okay.
Okay. Now I will enter the battlefield in that 1.
No.
I should have backed that
Yeah,
up.
why don't you back it up? Because
Okay.
you'll do better if you don't exile a card.
Yeah, but I feel like I should have done that first. I really should have. Because it says beginning of your upkeep. They both say beginning of your upkeep.
Yeah,
so
so
it depends.
but you get to choose the order.
Okay, then I will...
So you're doing it completely legal.
Okay, so we'll
Completely legal act.
get off there.
Okay, so how many creatures you got now?
1, 2,
Now I'm kicking
3,
myself for killing those 2 creatures.
4, 5, 6, 7, 7.
7.
Okay.
Whoa!
So he's getting 1. Well, first off, we'll do 7. So 6.
Oh, do you want?
Yeah, that works too.
Okay.
So then I'm going to exile 1.
So he's a 9/9 right now.
Yes.
And then this guy is
5/5.
5/5.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, you get to order the triggers. So the triggers basically pop up and you get to choose which one goes first. So what you did is perfectly legal.
That's all upkeep.
That's all upkeep. Oh my
Raw.
goodness. That's a lot to have happen in an upkeep.
Okay, I have no lands to play,
Okay.
but I am going to do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then tap that for 5, 6.
Okay.
To cast Izoni Thousand-Eyed.
Okay.
She also has Undergrowth. When she enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 black and green insect creature token for each creature card in your graveyard. Which I believe now will be 6.
Whoa!
See, why I was laughing is because you did
Oh my goodness!
that spell like 1 turn.
And she's foils. She's essentially like the
commander
of that deck, right?
I totally
So
have this
because each of these decks do come with a foil rare card. I haven't seen mine yet, though. Oh, wow, this game's going. Oh, and I cast
I know, that's why I was so happy you cast that one, because I'm like, I know his deck has that. I think you have do you have 2 copies, though? I think you do.
No, I only have 1 copy of Electricity. I'm almost positive I only have 1 copy of it. I do have stuff that is going to allow me to sometimes cast stuff from my graveyard, but...
Yeah.
Or bring it out of my graveyard sometimes, but...
Okay, so this is only 5. I should have 6, so I'm going to put 2 on one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's actually 2, but they're just 1/1s.
Mm-hmm.
Everything on my board except the Channel Troll has Summoning Sickness, but there's no point in attacking to a 0/8.
0/8, yeah.
With a 5/5.
Yeah.
So...
I agree. I can't believe you have an effective blocker now for my 0/8s.
They have trample, don't they?
Yeah, but you got a 9/9 now. You got something that can just block it and not even worry.
Yeah.
Not even break a sweat, unless I happen to cast something that's like a 9 mana cost.
I should also mention for Iazoli that I can tap a green to black, sacrifice another creature, I gain 1 life and draw a card. So that's kind of why she fuels herself.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to attack my 5/5 into 0/8, so I just pass 2.
Okay. Wow. This took such a nasty turn. Alrighty. I'm going to play an Izzet Guildgate. Enters the battlefield tapped. I always forget to untap these guys. Well, I think this is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to tap 2. Actually, I can do it this way. No, I'll do it this way. Yeah, so a total of 3, including 2 blue. And I'm going to jumpstart quadruplicate, so create a token that's a copy of target creature you control. So I'm going to create a copy of that. I'm just going to use the backside of this one for that. I do have to discard a card, and then I exile this card. So I'm going to exile this card, and I'm going to discard Jin Illuminatus. As well, too, that was a 3 cost, so these are both 3/8s, but you have a 9/9, so I can't even, that's not even a favorable swing in. Wow, okay, I've got 1 up, 1 red up. I'm going to pass the turn to you.
Okay.
I do have some time, though, because I got 3...
Really good blockers.
Yeah, but you've got a 9/9.
Untap. Man. Upkeep. So... Might as well in case something else is ungrowth.
Yep.
I'll trigger that one first. I think it's probably due for land this turn, but we'll see.
Every time I cut a creature to the top so far.
There's some sorceries I wouldn't mind getting back in my hand, too, so...
Oh, is this any card? Doesn't have to be a creature?
No, the creature goes in the battlefield, the other card goes in my hand.
Oh, no.
Yeah, so...
Oh, wow, that's even worse than I thought it was.
Well, the Rhizome Lurcher was pretty bad because of the undergrowth. Drown and Filth, so that goes to my hand.
So that's removal as well, too, right? That's the... Isn't
yes,
that the... Yeah. I don't think you have 8 land.
No.
Yeah, in your
Not
graveyard.
yet, I don't, but I could cast that again and put more. I'm going to trigger and remove 1 creature card. Yeah, I'm going to actually remove the, I think the Deathrite Shaman or Wizard. Yeah, I'm going to exile the Deathrite Shaman to put a +1 counter on Channel Troll.
Mm-hmm. Wow, I'm in trouble.
So he's a 6/6. So that goes to my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And now I draw for the turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tap for 5, 6.
6, okay.
6. And then, no, unfortunately, I'm not done yet. 7.
7.
For the Hatchery Spider.
Oh, no.
It's a 5/7 with Reach and Undergrowth. When you cast a spell, reveal the top X cards of your library, where X is the number of creature cards in your graveyard. I just checked, there was 5.
Okay.
You may put a green permanent card from the converted mana cost X or less from them among them onto the battlefield. Put the rest on the bottom of your library at a random order.
Okay.
So it'll be 5, and I can put a 5 or less. 1,
yeah, something with converted cost 5 or less, right?
4, 5. Yeah. So, there's so far 2 lands. There's the Golgari Guild Mage, which is actually kind of handy, and 2 more lands. That actually really helped to filter out some lands. I wish I was putting these in my graveyard.
But they are going to go at the bottom, right? So you're not going to have to worry about it. Yeah, the land, but with Drown and Filth, right?
That might have been enough actually to take out one of your giant dudes.
Oh my goodness!
So
look at this
library,
board.
Random order. I keep tapping out though. I'm sorry, that was a dick move to complain about that.
No.
But I keep tapping out, and I have no room on my board. If I send all 3... I don't like not attacking. But I got him up to a 6/6. If I get him up to an 8 something, then that's...
Yeah.
But every step that goes by that I don't do anything, I think I'm losing. It sounds bad too.
Well, I mean, I'm not gonna, tell you what to do, obviously, because it's you. But I mean, like, even if you just swing at like all the 1/1s, you're getting in for minimum 3 damage.
Yeah, but you have 1 mana open. If you cast 1 spell, they all get 1 power.
I'm not saying it's a good decision, Travis. I'm just saying it's a possible option.
I know. Well, even then, I could do other things too. But
I want my electricity back.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I also know that there is no huge all your team gets +2/+2. I'm fairly certain that there is no spell like that in here, which is usually what token strategy is waiting for, that one boom thing.
Yeah.
I'm not waiting for that because I know it's not in here. I'm going to pass.
Pass? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so upkeep. This is going to seem weird.
No.
Pre-draw. Wait, 1, 2. I did have a... Yeah, okay. So pre-draw, I'm going to tap... No, leave that up. For 3 in total, including a red, blue, and then one of whatever. I'm going to cast Cerebral Vortex. Target player, I'm going to target myself, draws 2 cards. Then it deals damage to that player equal to the number of cards they've drawn this turn. That's why I want to do pre-draw phase. Pre-draw phase. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. I'm going to take 2 damage. So I'm down to 10.
Why is it pre-draw?
Because then it's going to deal damage to that player equal to the number of cards they've drawn this turn. So if I'd already drawn, instead of it doing 2 damage to me, it will have done 3 damage to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I see. I thought it was damage to me. I'm like...
No, I could cast it on you, and then, like, say if you did after your draw phase, it would allow you to draw 2 more cards, but it would do 3 damage to you.
I get you. That's why I was confused. It's burn. I'm thinking, well, why wouldn't you want to do more damage?
This all triggers. They're currently all 3/8, and I draw. B. Not what I wanted. Let's do this. I'm going to play an Izzet Boilerworks. Enters battlefield tapped, and I can tap it for blue and red, but I have to return a land to my hand. I'm going to return one of the tapped islands to my hand. I'm going to tap for 2, including a blue and a red, and bring out Nivik's Guildmage. It's a 2/2 human wizard. We saw it before, so we're not going to go with the abilities again. And I sadly just have to pass the turn to you because it's not worth it for me to even try to swing it at this point. So then these all revert at the end of turn back to 0/8s. Okay. Does it seem like I'm desperately hunting for an answer?
Well, kind of me too. I'm desperately hunting for like a single removal. You know?
Now you have a board wipe in that deck, right? But as far as I know, is it a one-sided board wipe or is it a complete board? Okay, yeah.
It's no, I'm just kidding. Okay, I will just go to my turn.
Okay.
Untap. Upkeep.
Upkeep triggers.
So trigger the Deathbridge Shaman.
Mm-hmm.
Deathbridge Chant, pardon me.
That card.
It's a mythic, like.
Yeah, but it's doing work for you.
Ooh.
Just doing it. I trust. I hate you so much right now.
Okay, so this is Savara, Queen of the Golgari. Whenever you sacrifice a black creature, you may pay 2 life. If you do, each other player sacrifices the creature. Whenever you sacrifice a green creature, you may gain 2 life.
Well, you were looking for answers, Travis. I think you just found it.
Well, I gotta find a way to sacrifice now, which I have. So.
Oh, wait, it's not built in? It's not... Oh, I thought it was like pay something and you get to sacrifice.
No.
Oh, you do a sack engine now.
So now I have one.
Oh.
I have at least one.
Oh, no.
I am going to put I have 2 sacrifice engines.
Yeah.
I'm going to blow a card.
But this one's cheaper, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it. I think that's it.
Exiling Glowspore Shaman.
Yeah, I think that's
so
it.
That becomes that. Well, I still need mana, and she is cheaper. So, Draw for turn.
Draw for turn, yeah.
Sorry.
This is all
actually...
It's all pre-draw phase. It's insane.
Okay. So... green and black, sacrifice another creature, and I'm going to gain a life, and I'm going to draw a card.
Okay.
So I'll sacrifice one.
One of those, yeah.
Gain a life, draw a card.
And then trigger.
Trigger. Whenever a player sacrifices a black creature, I may pay 2 life. If I do, each other player sacrifices a creature. Whenever I sacrifice a green creature, I may gain life. So I'm going to gain 2 life, and then I'm going to spend 2 life to make you sacrifice a creature from the one I just sacrificed.
How are you going to gain 2 life again?
Whenever you, because these are black and green creatures.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever you sacrifice a black creature, I may pay 2 life. If I do, each other player.
Oh,
whenever you
wow.
sacrifice a green creature, you may pay 2 life, or you may gain 2 life. So you gain 2, pay 2.
Okay, well I'm gonna sacrifice the guild mage first.
That was 1.
Yeah.
Tapping 2 to activate her ability another time.
Yeah.
Sacrificing a creature, drawing a card, and gaining a life.
Yeah. Yeah, drawing a card again. So I'm gonna sacrifice the token version.
Tapping that to tap that to hit it again.
Yeah.
So drawing a card. Getting up to 20. Bing, bing.
I sacrifice the erratic Cyclops, so now I'm down to 1.
Okay, so I've drawn a bunch of cards.
Do you have a land now? Because if you have a comes into play. Oh, okay. So yeah, so you've got.
So I drew another land. Yeah. So I will activate it a 3rd time.
God, that was so good. I mean, not good for me, but I mean that was like
one time was not one time it was that Grizzly Salvage, which is still kind of removable, or Drown in Filth.
Yeah.
That I was able to get off that, but. Or that.
No, I mean like all of a sudden just being able to ping, 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 ping.
Apparently when you have every awesome card in your deck on the table at once, you eventually win the game, especially when they all work together.
But that wouldn't happen on this. The other thing which continually amazes me is that aside from one draw, you hit creatures every single time, and there was only a limited number of creatures in your graveyard. Every single time. And I'm to blame. Because you always gave me the last option to cut or whatever.
And then Electrify though. Or Electrickery.
Electrickery, man, at the worst. I thought it was at a good time. I thought that actually was going to put me ahead. But man. Okay, well, but luckily, it is the best 2 out of 3. This was a lot more involved than the first game.
This one was very Golgari.
Yeah.
This was like one dude Golgari. At one point it was more like Tron. Although you weren't attaching stuff, you were just making a big dude. But no, this was graveyard churning and
yeah. No, that was really great. So at this point, I'm going to be happy with just about any outcome because I think we both got to see what the each deck is able to sort of do. So we are going to move on.
You've made 3 Cyclopses, and if I didn't have this, that would have been
any
amazing.
other game. You would think that would be insane, right? So, but it just also happened that you had the 9/9, so I couldn't. There was no good chance for me to swing in. So yeah. So anyways, we're going to move on to the 3rd game of this match, and we're going to see who's going to come out on top of this, Golgari or Izzet. And we are back with the deciding game of this match. Both of us are starting off with 7 cards this time, which is kind of nice. We both have 1 win. And I lost, though, so I get to go first. So I don't know if that necessarily gives me an advantage or not, but I'm going to show my hand.
All right. I will
to you folks.
Look down. Try to get the shine going just right.
So it's sort of an okay start. I'm definitely not disappointed with how this sort of is turning out, but we'll see. We'll see. We'll see if it works
Travis commentary.
I know, exactly. Okay, so that was your turn, sir.
There be my and yeah. there it is.
There we go.
Yeah.
And that was definitely Travis commentary. I'm going to turn my life total back to 20.
Oh.
Okay. So I'm going to kick things off. Izzet style.
With an Izzet Guildgate.
Enters battlefield tapped. Tap for blue or red. Boom. To you, sir.
I'm going to start things off with just a swamp.
Just a swamp.
That's it. Pass 2.
Pass to me. Okay. I will play an island. Tap 2. Izzet Signet. To you.
Forced. Tap 2. Golgari Signet.
Ooh.
Yeah.
This is a mirror match almost, except for the 1 dual land. So my turn?
Yep.
I'm going to tap everything for a total of 3, and I'm going to bring out the wee Dragonauts, the 1/3 flyers. Whenever it gets into your sorcery, it gets +2/+0. Pass turn to you.
Tap. Draw. Okay. Playing a swamp. Tapping that and that for 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 being green, 2 being anything.
Okay.
For the Deathbridge Goliath. It is an insect. It is a 5/5 insect. 2 green, 2 anything. It has something called Scavenge, which I'm not really familiar with. So I can spend 6 mana, exile this card from my graveyard, and put a number of +1 counters on it equal to this card's power or target creature. Scavenge is sorcery only. So when it hits the bin, I can spend 6 mana, 2 green, 4 anything, and put 6 1/1 counters on target creature at sorcery speed, and I have to exile.
And it comes in as a 5/5 for 4?
Yes.
That sucks.
It is a rare.
Yeah, it is a rare, but it still sucks.
Pass back to you.
Alrighty. Right. Okay, well, I'm going to... tap for red and blue. I'm going to bring out the Nivix Guildmage. I'm just going to swing in. Or move to combat, I should say.
Okay.
And swing in just for 1 with the Weed Dragon on. Damn, man. Pass turn to you.
Okay. We'll go to combat.
Okay. I will take the 5. Put me down to 15.
Okay. So 1, 2. So 1 spend to cast Grizzly Salvage. Sorry, it took a while to think about that.
No problem.
Reveal the top 5 cards of your library. I may put a creature card or a land card from among them into my hand. Put the rest in the graveyard.
Okay.
So I need 5. That's Rot Farm. That's Jared. 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go with Jared.
That's going to go to your hand?
Jared's going to my hand. Jared is the Lich Lord. He's a mythic, believe it or not. He gets +1/+1 for each creature card in my graveyard, otherwise it's a 2/2 for 4. I can spend 1 of anything, a black and a green, sacrifice another creature. Each opponent loses life equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Sacrifice a swamp and a forest. Return Jared from the graveyard to your hand.
Okay.
Jared's in my hand. Okay. That's my turn there.
It's your turn?
That's my turn.
So I'm going to tap. Move to combat.
Move to combat.
Just going to swing in with both of them for 3.
Nothing to block with, so I drop down to 16.
I'm going to pay 3. Bring out Gutter Snipe, which we saw before. 2/2. Whenever I cast an instant or sorcery spell, it deals 2 damage to each opponent. Pass turn to you.
Okay. For the love of Peter. I forgot to play a card.
What about Paul and Mary?
I forgot to play a card last turn. Untap. Draw. Doesn't matter, but I'm just going to do it now. I'm going to play that Guild Gates.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll go to combat.
Move to combat. I will take 5. That doesn't have trample, though, right?
No trample.
Okay, so I can start jumping it at some point. So I'm down to 10.
Tapping for 4.
Okay.
So black, or black, green, to play Jared. Jared gets +1 for each creature card in graveyard. I only have 1 right now, so he's only a 3/3. But I can do sacrifice, and I can also sacrifice this forest and swamp and return him from the graveyard to my hand. Yeah, I attack him.
Can I see his secondary ability is the sacrifice, right? Sacrifice another creature. Each opponent loses life equal to the sacrifice creature's power. Sacrifice a swamp and a forest. Return from the graveyard to your hand. Yikes.
Yeah, but that'll slow you down a lot for needing 4 to cast. So
okay, so my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. Draw. I'm going to play Mountain.
Mountain. Thinking faces the both of us.
I've got a really, really risky move that I can do. And I just don't know if it's the right time for it yet. I'm going to move to combat.
Cool.
I'm going to swing in with everything.
I'll block here.
Okay.
I wouldn't have thought Jared much of a chump, but
I'm going to tap for 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to cast Electrolyze. deals 2 damage divided as you choose among 1 or 2 other targets. So I'm going to put it both on that, and I'm going to draw a card. We Dragonauts is going to get +2 +0. Gutter Snipe is going to do 2 damage to you immediately.
So I dropped 14 right off that.
14. Oh no, so that lives though. That lives up until blocking.
Yes, you are correct.
Yeah. Because it's only got 2 damage on it right now, and it's a 3/3.
Yeah.
So then combat damage goes through. These 2 are going to trade.
Yeah.
And then you're going to take 3, 4, 5.
Okay.
Put you down to 9.
9. And Jared hits the bin.
I'm gonna pass the turn to you.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna 1, 2, 3 to cast the Stinkweed Imp. So 1/2 flyer. Now it doesn't say Death Touch, but Death Touch. Whenever it deals combat damage to a creature, destroy that creature. Okay. Dredge of 5. Okay, but he's a flyer. He is a flyer. And I will swing for 5.
Okay, so I'm down to 5.
Okay.
This game is just a slugfest, back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. That's all I'm going to do. Jared's still in the bin. Cool.
Okay. Oh, I should untap my way Dragonauts as well, too. I'm going to pay 4. So I got 2 red and 2 whatever.
Oh, that's a lot of red.
I'm going to cast Pyromatics for 1 and 1 red. It's an instant, and it also has replicate for 1 and 1 red. You may, when you cast this spell, copy it for each time you paid its replicate cost. I've only copied it once. You may choose new targets for the copies. Deals 1 damage to any target. So I'm going to deal 1 damage and then 1 damage to the flyer. Now, this is something I looked up ahead of time so that I didn't screw it up. Replicate does not count as casting a spell. So in the case of Gutter Snipe, it's going to trigger once, but it's not going to trigger for the second copy of it. Because what this does is it doesn't cast the spell twice, casts the spell, and then creates a copy of it on the stack, which is 2 completely different things. Okay.
So you're basically doing 1 damage?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to respond to that.
Okay.
By casting Status Instant. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains Death Touch to the end of turn.
I hate you. Okay.
So gets +1/+1, so he's a 2/3.
Yes. Okay.
And
so
I'm doing 2 damage to him.
So 1 damage, that cast, and then I can choose a different target. So now I'm just going to choose you.
Okay.
Okay. So you take 1 and then 2 from Gutter Snipe.
Down to 6.
Yeah. So that's the other important thing as well, too. Travis was able to cast something between the 2 spells being resolving. So, yeah. Okay. So.
Now remember, he has Death Touch.
Yeah. Yeah. You're down to 6?
I'm down to 6.
So it has Dredge as well, too, right?
Dredge of 5.
Dredge. Can you remind me what Dredge is?
I should, because I don't really know. If you would draw a card, instead you may put exactly 5 cards from the top of your library into your graveyard. If you do, return this card from your graveyard to your hand. Otherwise, draw a card. So I can bring it back if I choose not to draw a card and dump 5 in the bin. So he's like a recurring Death Touch blocker.
Yeah. Okay. So what I'm going to do is... Now, there's removal in that deck as well, too, so I have to be worried about that. I'm going to pass turn to you.
Okay.
Okay.
I hope you weren't saving a counterspell.
Well, I'm tapped.
Casting, yeah, I know. Casting 2 for Abrupt Decay. The spell can't be countered. Destroy target non-land permanent with converted mana cost 3 or less.
You got the choice of 1 or 2.
I do have the choice of 1 or 2. I think I gotta choose the Gutter Snipe. I think so, because... But I mean, then if you can stack 3 spells, Gutter Snipe can kill me. But I can kill that thing, and then I can attack with that, and you have to block with. Yeah. So either way, I think I'm going to do that.
Okay, so you're taking out the Wee Dragon? Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that goes to the graveyard.
I was worried that you'd have that in your hand.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'm just going to attack there.
Well, I have to block. I have no other choice.
Now, the reason I didn't attack with both is because if you have a hasty flyer, I could be in big trouble. And you might have it. I don't know exactly if you don't. So
I think there's one creature in here that might have haste. I'm not sure.
So
okay, so damage goes through. This does not have trample, thankfully. Okay.
Okay. So then I'm going to tap 2 to cast a spell called Treasure Find. Black and green. Return target card from my graveyard to my hand, exile Treasure Find. So I'm going to return Abrupt Decay.
Oh, of course you would.
You know, if I had one more land, I could have returned that and cast it again.
Oh, man,
This is exiled.
I think I'm dead. I'm so annoyed. I ended up...
And I could have returned a land to my hand, but then I wouldn't have Abrupt Decay. Pass 2.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, well, this is useful now. So this one was so useful a second ago. Oh, no. I think I'm dead. You got Abrupt Decay in your hand?
I have Abrupt Decay in my hand. And it can't be countered.
Travis. This is a travesty.
We've both been somewhat struggling with our mana, though.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do, because... I'll give it a shot anyways. I'm going to cast Shattering Spree. It's a sorcery. Destroy target artifact. It also has Replicate, but I'm just going to destroy your Signet. Then I'm going to do this. For one last ditch effort. Do you have a coin on you, by the way?
I do not have a coin.
Okay, I'm gonna grab a coin. Okay, so I have a nice shiny quarter here. I am going to tap the 3 mana, which I talked about before, and I'm going to cast a spell called Stitch in Time. One of my favorite cards in Magic. They don't produce them at all, I think, really anymore. Are flip cards. Actually, no, they did. In Battle Bond, they did some flip cards. Sorcery. Flip a coin. If you win the flip, take an extra turn after this one. Okay, so I'm flipping this quarter. Heads, which is the queen, and then tails is the caribou. I'm going to say
not a moose.
Tails.
It's tails.
It's tails! So I got to take an extra turn. Which basically means I get to start this turn over again, really.
Yeah. Tap and draw.
Tap. Draw.
The promising look there.
There's no answer. No answer. Just for giggles, I'm going to tap for 4. Chemister's Insight, draw 2 cards. It's also got Jumpstart. There's a land. Oh, now I get the land. I'm going to play an island. Travis.
Because I actually made a misplay there.
Did you?
If you would cast a creature spell with converted mana cost 3 or more, I couldn't have Abrupt Decayed it. But I have that split card, which has Statue, which is destroy target creature, whatever. For 1 more mana, still instant. But I just realized that, and I'm like, because I was trying to be greedy and be mana efficient, but like, if you have 4 mana costed creature, I mean, it's not game over. Is it game over?
No, it's game over.
Okay, it wouldn't be game over, but...
And I drew 2 land there. I desperately needed a land. I don't know what turn it is, but I mean, you missed land drops as well too, because I'm not taking anything away. You were not doing much better for land than I was, but you had the right amount of mana for your creatures. And that
except for these 2 huge ones.
5/5 for 4.
I think that was on turn
4.
3.
I
had my
3.
Signet on turn 2.
Oh, man.
So I attacked on turn 4 with a 5/5.
I do think these are fairly evenly paired.
Yeah.
I think the Izzet definitely needs to have that sort of quick out of the gate start in order to keep up with it, because the size of some of those creatures for what they cost is impressive.
Yeah.
The other thing as well too, I wish I had been able to, without trading, I've been able to get rid of your legendary creature, but with it having just that 1 extra power and toughness to it, I wasn't able to simply cast.
Yeah.
What was it? Electrolyze on it.
Well, it was either him or the Lurcher coming out. They both would have come out as 3/3s.
Yeah.
But I'm like, at least that way the following turn, you would get counters on him.
Yeah.
So if you did that other thing again, at that point, counters might have meant more than other things, so.
They were good games, though.
Yeah.
I think they were really good games. The first and third one seemed to go a little bit quicker. The first one seemed to go pretty quick.
Yeah.
But the second one was a slugfest, mostly for you. I know this one was the slugfest. The second one was the this you slowly building this army and me like hoping I can hold it back for a little bit longer.
Different for me because you're changing your strategy. Maybe just with this deck because you've been playing different, but you are being more aggressive. So I'm like,
it has to be with this deck, right? See, the one thing I regret is not casting Stitch in Time the previous turn. Because I had the opportunity of casting it, doing 2 damage with Gutter Snipe, still being able to swing in with a couple creatures, and then if I won it, I would have been able to go again, and there's a chance I could have actually pulled it out. But if I didn't get the flip, I was basically saying I'm going to lose the game here.
Yeah.
So, man, yeah, and I thought I could get rid of him. But you had the answers, and
it was a subtle answer. Like that's the problem with burn sometimes, though. That's the difference between burn and proper removal sometimes. Yeah. But burn's also more versatile because I mean, if you had 2 burn spells, you could just who cares about blockers? Boom, boom, done.
Or just one of the more powerful burn spells as well too would have been useful. But yeah, no, it was close, man. It was very close. So well, good game, good game. Congratulations with the Golgari deck.
Thank you.
I really like this actually. I really enjoyed these decks. So I'm not 100% sold on getting the rest of the decks, but I would. Anyways, let us know if you. I mean, of course, I'm sure you guys would like to see the other ones. If you could choose a matchup between 2 other ones, let me know, and then maybe we could do another one. I'm not entirely sure though. So, but after this one, the next episode of the Mana Cave will be the semifinals for the first half of the Planeswalker deck showdown. We're going back to that, and it is going to be Mew versus Angrath. So. That will be the next episode. Not sure when that's going to be coming out.
Should be surprising.
Yeah. It should be interesting. I think Angrath is going to destroy Mew, but I also thought that last time Mew played, so who knows?
Yeah. It's been a lot of upsets, I guess. I mean,
we've currently got
Vivian would go that far.
We've got a first round loser from the first season now making a run for possibly winning the entire second season, and from the wild card spot, the Chandra from the first one. Yeah. I don't mean to call her a loser, but she lost the very first match. But
it's harsh, dude.
Travis, anything else you'd like to say?
Nope.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you all in the next episode.